How does writing affect you and your job?
Well, I work as a human resources, and 90% of my job is typing. If I don't type well, I will never disseminate the right message. So it's actually pretty important.
Okay. Would you say good communication skills are important in your line of work? How?
For example, if we are deployed and I had to communicate by radio and I give my soldier the wrong location, I can get my platoon killed. So as a soldier, good communication is the most important skill.
Do you think someone with poor language and grammar skills would do well? If not, why would that be a limitation?
As a human resources and be a sergeant in the army, if you don't have good grammar skill, you don't have the opportunity to counsel your soldier properly, and you will never get promoted because that is one of our area for evaluation before get promoted.
Do you think it is necessary for students to take their English class seriously? How would that benefit them if they did pay attention?
Applying to my job, most of the soldiers they enlist when they are 18 years old. So the only level of education that you have is high school, middle school, and elementary school. Therefore, you should have really strong skill coming from that school so you can perform pretty good in the army.
Do you think when your superiors promoted you to this position, was good communication, language, and writing things they were looking for? Would you have been promoted if you were poor in these areas?
Good communication, writing skill is the most important skill on my job for get promoted. As a leader, I had to teach classes and I had to talk to my soldier. More of the occasion, I had to resolve my soldier problem. If I don't have good communication skill, I will be unable to help my soldier. Therefore, I will never get promoted.
Does writing play a major or minor role in your job? Why?
As a human resources, which is translating a civilian words, secretary, writing is what I do 90% of my job. Is really important.
Okay. Do you think good language skills is something you apply in your daily life? Can you give an example?
Language skill, they are completely necessary. As a leader, when you teach soldiers and you brief them, they will make a judgment on your level of education on the way that you communicate. If you have any civilian degree as an associate degree, bachelor degree, or master degree, it will be pointless when you communicate because they will never see your transcript. They will see the ability for you to communicate with others.
Do you feel you've improved in the areas of writing and communication through the years of working? How has that benefited you?
I came out the army when I was 29 years old, and the only language I spoke it was Spanish. Through my time of service in the army, I was forced to learn English, speaking, speech, and writing to be able to perform my job. So through the 11 years of service, yes, I've been learning a lot.
If you could go back to your high school English class, would you take it more seriously now?
I will do that when I was in Puerto Rico just because the first language is Spanish. I will never thought that I will learn English and I completely ignore my English class. If I will pay attention to my teacher at that time, I didn't have to struggle how I've been doing ever since I came out the army.
And finally, what would you say to students in school now who are taking English courses?
I will tell them to take seriously your English classes because when you apply to a job, if you do your resume and you don't know how to write, that is the only image they have of you and you will never be selected for any job. And even if you pass the resume portion for your job application, whenever you go to your interview, if you don't know how to communicate, it don't matter how many skills you have or how capable you are for that position, they will never choose you.
All right, thank you. And can you just say your name and your rank, please?
My name is Science First Class Rey.
All right, thank you for coming today.
You're welcome.